college football playoffs suck. Selection process, the behind the closed doors, all that stuff is stupid. Now, granted, I think the way that it ended up after all the thinking, that's how it should have ended up. And for anybody that is about to say Omar's a fan of, I honestly don't give a shit about college football. I know I live in Georgia. You're supposed to be UGA or Alabama fan. None of that stuff is applicable to me. College football is, for a long time, been the inferior form of football, specifically in the SEC. Offense is just, who wants to see that? I really don't care about college football. Just the idea that there's this subjective way of announcing how playoffs work. I could only imagine if that was the case in any other sports program, like or sports league. Could you imagine if in the NBA they were just like, I ain't gonna lie, the Hornets heated up towards the end of the season. They're in. Guys, they're like 47 and 30 something. It doesn't matter. They're in. Like, that's
Niggas
so stupid to me.
Year. Niggas get hold every year of the college.
Or if Boston at the end of the year, just because at the end of the year, last 15 games, Jason Tatum and Porzingis get hurt, and they still do relatively okay in those last 15 games. It's like, they're not gonna give the best competition. They're out of here.
Yeah.
First half didn't matter. Doesn't matter. Get them out of here.
That's one of the things that confused me about college sports when I was trying to get into it. Wait, they got the same record, but one's a 2 seed and the other one's like a 16 seed.
It's literal Zibes. Like, all troll aside, it's dead ass just off of Zibes.
And I will say, I see Damo's face right here, but I will say, like, they need a whole overhaul on roster selection. They need to make these teams play real teams. I find it weird that Alabama on a year in and year out basis can play Worcester Technical Institute, University State. And it's not just
Whoa.
you. No, they literally play like whatever the big high school in your town was, or they play the junior
St.
college
John's
version
Prep.
of them. Yeah, they play them for 11 games, and then they play Auburn, and then they play Georgia in the SEC championship game. And they're like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, we went undefeated. You played fucking nobody.
But I thought that's the reason why they got ranked higher is because they have a tougher schedule, isn't that?
Nah, it's because they beat Georgia in the college or the SEC championship game, and that's the reason why they got in.
Oh, because from my understanding, it was on them like it was on some like if you went 15-1, but you were in a tougher conference, they're gonna value that more than someone who went 16-0 in a much weaker conference type shit. A lot of those SEC teams are like that's the
in some instances. In some instances, that is applicable. In other instances, it's not applicable at all. I want Omar to finish before I say what I had to say because, none of this shit makes sense to me.
Yeah,
I've been gave up.
I agree.
I've been gave up on college football. When I worked at Notre Dame, that's when I really tried to like dip my foot into what was going on and said, "Fuck it, all right, let's really follow this shit and know what's going on." Impossible because, like Omar said, any given day, based off Zibes of who lost better, will depend on what ranking is where. Like
who even determines that?
I've never heard of some shit like that before.
Look good.
Yeah, us in Notre Dame, we beat Auburn, we beat Texas, but then we lost to North Carolina by 20. Hey man, Clemson only lost by 15. So now they're 5, we're 17. And by the end of the season, we need to be at least 7th to be in contention for selection. Because if we're not at least 7, we're Notre Dame. We never get picked. But if a team like Alabama, they can go all the way to 12. But because they're Alabama, they just need a few strong wins and then they're in there. I'm like, all right, bro, fuck this shit. Where's the March Madness? Where's the May Madness? Fuck it. Where's the November Madness?
No,
where's the January Madness? Like I
agree.
Nah, I agree. This is the reason why I'm a college schedule.
There's 82 bowl games that relatively a lot of them don't mean shit. It's the Cotton Bowl, the Sun Bowl, the Orange Bowl,
the Vaseline Bowl, Sunglasses Bowl.
And don't let the brand start coming in there for them bullshit ass schools like North Dakota versus Iowa Tech. Then you got the fucking Cotton Picker Bowl. Like who knows?
You got some crazy ass bowls.
You got some crazy bowl. You go down, you'll see fucking Mississippi, fucking Southlander Tech versus Alabama. Not Alabama State, not Alabama, but Alabama. They're playing for the Cotton Picker Bowl. Literally, they're playing
that's the other
1855.
That's the other shit that I don't understand too, because I'll be seeing people raise trophies in like October, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was bowl season. Well, if you play the Pine Sol Bowl, yeah, it'll definitely be bowl
Your
season.
season's over.
I'm seeing niggas in like the SWIAC, the SWIAC McKeeac, and they got rings. And I'm like, dang, I went to high school with you. Where you get these rings from? You did not go to Georgia or you did not go to Alabama. Oh, no. I played at Technical Tech. And and we played in the Peaks Gold T-Bowl and we won. So I don't. Who did you play? Your middle school? All right, let's get out of here.
I think there's literally a Mayo Bowl, dog.
Made up, man. I promise you. They be playing the schools Key and Peele made up, and they just a random bowl game. They season's over because what you can't get to for the national championship because you're a D8 school. D8. Crazy.
Basketball like that too, though. Basketball like that too. So I don't know.
What happened to Colorado State? I thought they were like Colorado. Whatever.
Deion Sanders team?
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Now I
thought they were off to like a really hot start. Like what happened?
They were,
and they got extinguished, nigga. They got
damn.
Put the fuck
down. Ain't been
you know what I heard? Y'all know they said Shedeur got a broken back. I think it was a vertebrae. He broke one of his vertebrae. He been playing on it for like.
That's not good.
He been playing on it for like 4 games.
That is actually awful.
It could be. I shouldn't be laughing. Let me pull it up. But they said he had a broken vertebrae for
O-line and D-line ass. So if they ain't got no trenches yet, they suck.
No, they have. Yeah,
they have no O-line.
If they ain't got an O-line, let alone the D-line, your trenches suck. Football 101, you could.
And it's the first season. Yeah. Here it is. It's the first season that they're there. So I mean, it is what it is. Nobody expected them like that would be on some Disney movie type shit. And plus, they wouldn't have made it anyway because their strength of schedule. So it doesn't even necessarily matter. Shedeur Sanders was revealed to have had a fracture in his back.
Damn.
This was like a couple games. It wasn't like he didn't. So they found out before the season finale, but apparently he's been like letting it happen for a couple games.
So is it on him not saying anything, or they didn't want to jeopardize the season or whatever it was, so they held the information? Because that will really determine how I feel about this.
I didn't even get that far into it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he just felt some discomfort, and finally, after like so many days, they were just like, "All right, we gotta, let's look into this. Let's do an X-ray or some shit." And then it was like, "Oh man."
Yeah, he was back there getting hit more than Matt Ryan. I bet his back is, bro. Shit crazy.
Nation's most sacked quarterback.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's back there getting David Carr, nigga. That shit is crazy.
Oh yeah, if they trenches ass them, what the fuck were they doing being relevant? I'm sorry. And that's why I'm not like tapped into college. Usually it's because of and this is a hating ass reason, but usually it's competition diff for me. I just can't watch like a secondary product for me. Y'all can call it what you want. I'm an NFL, NBA fan. Deal with it. But when you add along, to get back to the subject, stupid requirements, you lose all interest. March Madness is fun for me because it's dumb the fuck down. Hey, this team won last week. They moving on. This team won yesterday. They moving on. But when you go, I ain't gonna lie. So the Warriors beat the Kings by 1. The Lakers beat the Kings by 5. So as a result, the Warriors are bottom in the West, but the Lakers, they're going to get a bye week. Wallahi, I just lose all interest in the sport. So, I completely agree with y'all, but y'all watch way more college than me. So, shocker.
Yeah, that's it. Next year they're expanding the college football playoffs, so I'm glad to see that.
An undefeated team got hoed.
Florida State.
Wow.
They got. I mean, there's reason, but there's not reason. So they won in supposedly one of the bigger conferences, the ACC. The last 3 games of the season, their first string quarterback goes down, and then their backup quarterback goes down. So they have a third string quarterback, and I mean, it's just not. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. In the ACC championship game, he threw for 55 passing yards. Which,
so they like eat some shit, so
yeah, isn't good. However, it's also telling the other kids, "Hey, man, I know y'all not injured, but hey, just suffer the consequences. It is what it is.
16, 17, no can't hoop. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, so
don't even.
So. I did mute myself. I'm so dumb. I just want to say because Cruz just put it in here. there has been an influx of since
Bowl
2000. They have added 20. They have added around 2000, a little before then. They have added up to 20 plus bowl games from 2000 to 2020.
That's nasty.
There
That's
are over
participation.
40. There's over 40 something fucking bowl games as of 2020.
I'm hating. That's nasty.
Nasty as shit.
That's nasty.
Damn.
I think they do it just to decorate the. Because I'm saying that about college basketball because there's 50,000 tournaments throughout the year. It's 50,000 little mini tournaments or whatever the case throughout the year, and somebody wins, and then they get a little trophy about it. And then when you go to the coach's office, they got 60 trophies, and it's like, oh, okay, y'all won the national tournament, this many times. Oh, no. We won the Tostitos Invitational. Who gives a fuck? That shit is stupid.